and everything in between. We're back again playing some Starcraft Original, going into the Zerg campaign. Pretty fun stuff. I really do enjoy the Zerg campaign quite a bit, to be honest. Um, I don't know. It's different. It's a more unique take. Because the Terran campaign to me is pretty standard. You're like, oh, I've got humans and I've got tanks, and those do those things, you know, they've got guns, and it's pretty normal. Then you get to the Zerg and you're like, oh, I've got new things to do, I've got new ways to play. Oh, that's cool. You see what I mean? So, I do actually enjoy playing as the Zerg, to be honest. My favorites in StarCraft 1 are still the Terran, but when it comes to StarCraft 2, I actually love the Zerg the best, but that's a different matter. We're not playing that game right now, so who cares? Anyway, so let's see here. Anything that is new, unique, interesting. I've got these little special dudesies called Hunter Killers. They're actually super cool. So they've got a crap ton of health, 2 armor, and do 20 damage. Not too bad, I would say. Got another one of those dudesies. Okay, I'm pretty sure there's going to be an enemy attack coming through this way. If I remember correctly, that's what they tend to do, right off the bat. So we're going to have ourselves another sunken colony, because they're only going to attack with ground forces, at least to begin with. And ground forces I can deal with. It's really nice that they gave us a spawning pool right off the bat too, because I could actually just build troops without having to deal with having to build that building and spend the 200 frickin' minerals to get it. But anyway. So, let's start getting a few Zerglings. Again, I tend to be less careful with the lives of my Zerg than I am with the lives of my Terran. I don't know why, maybe it's because I care about humans more than I care, I don't know. There's no real reason for it. It's just more fun with Zerg to actually just swarm the enemy like lunatics. There's something just satisfying in it, you know? You just pump out a bunch of guys and you go and do things with them, I guess. We could probably get a drone on the way and maybe some more Zerglings. Good. That drone's gonna start getting Vespane here in a little bit, but we definitely want little Zergling dudes to be ready to fight. They're going to be kind of the initial punch, so to speak, of our offensives, just because they're expendable. I can take casualties, who cares? And that's the point, really. So, we're going to get a large force of those guys. Don't have enough Vespane for the upgrade, but that's fine. So we got 6 Zerglings here. So it's super interesting to see the dynamics of video games and other visual arts over time. We, as an audience, have always wanted to be part of the experience, I would say, personally. That's been a common, normal desire of any person watching a play or a film, is to go, I want to be that guy. I want to do that, what's happening on stage. I want to be in the adventure. Hence, video games are just kind of a natural progression in media and in art. It's, to me, it was entirely to be expected that this kind of medium would be produced at some point. So, we're gonna get a bunch of Zerglings and we're gonna go explore, shall we? Let's see what we got. Oh, would you look at that? Now these guys do a lot of damage and are pretty freaking cool, so they can just kill him. And then we can destroy a little bit of this base, shall we? Once we do that, then we've denied them another staging point. Now I lost a grand total of 3 Zerglings, which is 75 minerals grand total. That's it. 75 minerals. One of their zealots that we killed, that one dude, is worth 100. So the fact that we killed that, and a photon cannon, and 2 pylons, yeah, we're ahead of the game in that department, so to speak. We definitely have inflicted much more damage than they have inflicted on us. Which is great. Which is just fan-freaking-tastic. So I think we're actually going to build like some sunken colonies, maybe one over here, because I don't remember this map. Oh, that, yeah, that would probably have been a good idea. Well, it's lucky that I thought of doing that right when they showed up. They again killed nobody and just damaged that colony, which will, with time, actually regenerate itself. It will heal. All of my buildings and your troops heal. So, kinda cool in that regard. Kinda cool, I'd say. It'd probably be a good idea to get some more air forces out here, but yeah, we'll get on that when we get on it. It's no big deal. Let's block up that whole area. And one thing that's nice is that creep can actually see things. It reveals sections of the map. And that's fantastic, because now we can see a little bit farther into what the enemy's doing. See what I mean? See, it's expanding, and it's clearing out some of this fog of war. Well, that's cool, I would say. It's actually extremely useful to have that on a map. And a sunken colony, because we're mostly going to be facing land-based forces. For now. We'll definitely shore up that gap in the line when it comes down to it. But for now, I think we're doing alright. Anyway, this has probably been one of the more, I don't know, boring episodes. Let's see. Options. Nah, screw it. We're fine. Anyway. So, one thing that would probably be useful for us would be to have either more workers here or to establish another colony nearby. So, I need to figure out where the enemy is. Actually, this lone Zergling, he'll be our scout. That is a good use of his talents. They're fairly, they've got a nice little quickness, and they can see. Just keep going, I wanted him to find out more of what's over here, but that's fine. Okay, if we can defeat that, that shouldn't be too difficult to actually swarm that entire place and begin to punch through deeper into their territory. So, I think that's the next thing that we're going to do. Now that we have a base established, we've got a nice little mineral flow, we've got enough guys to actually launch an attack too. Bunch of them, those guys. I'm going to need a few more of them, but that's okay. We'll get on that next time. So, let's see. And another thing I like about this game is that you can actually zoom in and look at your dudes. You couldn't do that in the actual original Starcraft. But why I'm talking about it, I don't know. It doesn't matter. None of it matters. I'm just rambling and talking about nothing, largely. And that's okay. That's life sometimes. You just kind of do things. I think I might want a sunken colony there, just as like a barrier before they start destroying important buildings. See, sunken colonies only have 300 health. Never forget that. They do a lot of damage, but they will die quick. So, good to know, I would say. And yeah, let's spread more of those guys. Okay, we are soon going to want more overlords. In fact, once that guy's built, and there we go. Okay, so I think we've got a nice little established base. Next time I'm going to be a lot more interesting. I'm a little tired, had an interesting night last night, don't worry about it. And you all take care, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.